Good evening. It is February. Please don't go back. That would take us back into Leviticus. We don't really want that right now. It is March the 6th, excuse me. As we like to do every night, we're going to start off with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. So tonight we are going to read Numbers, which is a little better than Leviticus. Not a whole lot, but it's a little bit better. Numbers 6:1 through 7:89, and Mark 12:38 through 13:13. Psalms 49 1 through 20, Proverbs 10:27 and 28. My guess tonight looks a little longer, so we're going to maybe shoot 18 minutes. We'll see what happens. All right. Numbers 6:1 through 7:89. God spoke to Moses. Make sure we're up and running. We are. God spoke to Moses. Speak to the people of Israel. Tell them, if any of you, man or woman, wants to make a special Nazarite vow, consecrate yourselves totally to God. You must not drink any wine or beer, no intoxicating drink of any kind, not even the juice of grapes. In fact, you must not even eat grapes or raisins. For the duration of the consecration, nothing from the grapevine, not even the seeds, not even the skin, may be eaten. Also, for the duration of the consecration, you must not have your hair cut. Your long hair will be a continuing sign of holy separation of God. Also, be a sign of holy separation of God, okay? To God, not of God. Also, for the duration of the consecration to God, you must not go near a corpse, even if it's the body of your father or mother, brother or sister. You must not ritually defile yourself, because the sign of consecration to God is on your head. For the entire duration of your consecration, you are holy to God. If someone should die suddenly in your presence, so that your consecration head is ritually defiled, you must shave your head on the day of your purifying, that is the seventh day. Then on the eighth day, bring two doves or two pigeons to the priest at the entrance of the tent of the meeting. The priest will offer one for the absolution offering and one for the whole burnt offering, purifying you from the ritual contamination of the corpse. You resanctify your hair on that day and reconsecrate your Nazarite consecration to God by bringing a yearling lamb for a compensation offering. You start over. The previous days don't count because your consecration was ritually defiled. Well, these are the instructions for the time set when your special consecration to God is up. First, you are to be brought to the entrance of the tent of the meeting. Then you will present your offerings to God, a healthy yearling lamb for the whole burnt offering, a healthy yearling ewe for an absolution offering, and a healthy ram for a peace offering, a basket of unraised bread made of fine flour, loaves mixed with oil, and crackers spread with oil, along with your grain offerings and drink offerings. The priest will approach God and offer up your absolution offering and the whole burnt offering. He will sacrifice the ram as a peace offering to God with the basket of unraised bread, and last of all, the grain offering and drink offering. At the entrance of the tent of the meeting, shave off your hair you consecrated and put it in the fire that is burning under the peace offering. After you have shaved the hair of your consecration, the priest will then take a shoulder from the ram, boiled on a piece of unraised bread, and on a piece of unraised bread, and a cracker from the basket, and place them in your hands. The priest will then wave them before God, a wave offering. They are holy and belong to the priest, along with the breast that was waved and the thigh that was offered. Now you are free to drink wine. These are the instructions for the Nazarites as they bring offerings to God in their vow of consecration. Beyond their other offerings, they must carry out the vow that they have vowed following the instructions of the Nazarite. God spoke to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons, this is how you are to bless the people of Israel. Say to them, God bless you and keep you. God smile on you and gift you. God look you full in the face and make you prosper. In so doing, they will place my name on the people of Israel. I will confirm it in my blessing. And by it, I will confirm it by blessing them. I got tongue tied because I'm thinking that's a song that's not a secular. It's a contemporary Christian song that's out right now. God bless you and keep you. God smile on you and gift you. I don't want to start singing it because Tiffany Hudson, I think her name is. Elevation Worship. Y'all don't know who Tiffany Hudson is? Look her up. Apple Music or whatever. Tiffany Hudson, Elevation Worship. Man, I got goosebumps just talking about her. She's got a gift. Sings like an angel. Okay, when Moses finished setting up the dwelling, he anointed it and consecrated it along with all of them and went with it. All of them that went with it. At the same time, he anointed and consecrated the altar and its accessories. The leaders of Israel, the head of the ancestral tribe who had carried out the census, brought offerings. They presented before God 6 covered wagons and 12 oxen, a wagon from each pair of the leaders, and an ox from each leader. God spoke to Moses, "Receive these so that you can be used to transport to the tent of the meeting. Give them to the Levites according to what they need for their work." Moses took the wagons and oxen and gave them to the Levites. He gave 2 wagons and 4 oxen to the Gershonites for their work, and 4 wagons and 8 oxen to the Merarites for their work. They were all under the direction of Ithmar, son of Aaron the priest. Moses didn't give any to the Kothanites because they had to carry the holy things for which they were responsible on their shoulders. When the altar was anointed, the leaders brought their offerings for its dedication and presented them before the altar. Because God had instructed Moses, each day one leader is to present his offerings for the dedication of the altar. On the first day, Narshon, son of Amminadab, and these names sometimes, on the tribe of Judah brought his offering. Of the tribe of Judah brought his offering. His offering was a silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to the standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour mixed with oil as grain offerings. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense. A young bull, a ram, and a yearling lamb for a whole burnt offering. A he goat for an absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as a peace offering. This was the offering of Nahshon, son of Amminadab. On the second day, Nathaniel, son of Zur, the leader of Issachar, brought his offering. His offering was a silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to the standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense, a young bull, a ram, a yearling lamb for a whole burnt offering, a he goat for an absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as a peace offering. This was the offering of Nathaniel, son of Zur. Y'all, just bear with me, please. On the third day, Elab, son of Helon, the leader of the people of Zebulun, brought his offering. His offering was a silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to the standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense. A young bull, a ram, and a yearling lamb for a whole burnt offering. A he goat with an absolution for the absolution offering. 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as peace offerings. This was the offering of Elab, son of Helon. On the fourth day, Eleazar, son of Shedeur, the leader of the people of Reuben, brought his offering. His offering was a silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds and the silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to the standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense. Did he have a gold vessel? He did have a gold vessel. Okay. Filled with incense. A young bull, a ram, a yearling lamb, and a whole burnt offering. A he goat for an absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as a peace offering, and a partridge in a pear tree is what I want to say. I'm just trying to be funny. This is a lot. This was the offering of Eleazar, son of Shedeur. On the fifth day, Shelomiel, son of Zeradal, the leader of the people of Simeon, brought his offering. His offering was a silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to the standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense. A young bull, a ram, and a yearling lamb For the whole burnt offering, a he goat for an absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, and 5 goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as a peace offering. This was the offering of Shelumiel, son of Zuradai. On the 6th day, Elisaph, son of Duel, the leader of the people of Gad, brought his offering. Guess what he had? His offering was a silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds, and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour mixed with an oil, a grain offer as a grain offering. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense, a young bull, a ram, and a yearling lamb for a whole burnt offering. A he goat for an absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as a peace offering. This was the offering of Elisaph, son of Duel. On the 7th day, Elishma, son of Amud, the leader of the people of Ephraim, brought his offering. His offering was, guess what? A silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds, and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to the standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour mixed with an oil as a grain offering. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces, filled with incense, a young bull, a ram, and a yearling lamb for a whole burnt offering. A he goat for an absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as peace offerings. This was the offering of Elisham, son of Amud. Oh my God, how many more of these we got, y'all? We got 12 days of this, I think. So just bear with me. On the 8th day, Galamam, son of Pedzur, the leader of the people of Manasseh, I can't even say that name, Manasseh, brought his offering. His offering was a silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds, and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to the standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour with oil as a grain offering. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense. A young bull, a ram, and a yearling lamb for a whole burnt offering. A he goat for an absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as peace offerings. This was the offering of Gamaliel, son of Pedizur. On the 9th day, Abidan, son of Gideon, the leader of the people of Benjamin, brought his offering. His offering was, say it with me, a silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds, and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense. A young bull, a ram, a yearling lamb for a whole burnt offering. A he goat, an absolution offering. How many oxen? 2. How many rams? 5. 5 he goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as a peace offering. This was the offering of Abidan, son of Gideon. On the 10th day, Ahiezer, son of Amishadi, the leader of the people of Dan, brought his offering. His offering was a silver plate. Y'all, they had a lot of silver plates weighing 3¼ pounds. Oh, please help me out, Josh. I caught me live. This is great. This is too coincidental to be the 12 days of numbers. Buddy, listen to me. I'm doing the best I can with this, and it's almost like I can close my eyes and just say it all. And I can see why people get lost when they try to read the whole Bible. I got to just stick with it because it just makes me want to skip over it. I get what God's trying to do here, or do I? I don't know. Okay. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense, a young bull, a ram, a yearling lamb, and a whole burnt offering. A he goat for an absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he goats, 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as a peace offering. This was the offering of Azir, son of Ameshadad. Let me just say this. I've been in church. My parents were ministers when I was a kid. I grew up in a church. I don't remember many Sundays of not being in a church. I don't remember much of a pastor or a minister or a missionary or anyone preaching out of Leviticus and Numbers about this kind of thing. Maybe speaking on the temple and the veil and the curtain, that kind of thing, but I don't remember this part at all. And I even went to a Christian school when I was in 6th grade, and I don't remember any of this. On the 11th day, Pagel, son of Okaran, the leader of the people of Asher, brought his offering. His offering was, guess what? A silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds, and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to standard sanctuary weights, each filled with a fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. A gold vessel weighing 4 ounces filled with incense. A young bull, a ram, a yearling lamb, and a whole burnt offering, a he goat for absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 goats, and 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as a peace offering. This was the offering of Pagil, son of Alcran. On the 12th day, Ahir, son of Enon, the leader of the people of Nepatel, brought his offering. His offering was a silver plate weighing 3¼ pounds and a silver bowl weighing 1¾ pounds, according to the standard sanctuary weights, each filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering, a gold vessel weighing 4 ounces and filled with incense, a young bull, a ram, a yearling lamb for a whole burnt offering, a he goat for an absolution offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he goats, 5 yearling lambs to be sacrificed as peace offering. This was the offering of Ahir, son of Enan. These were the dedicated offerings of the leaders of Israel in the anointing of the altar: 12 silver plates, 12 silver bowls, 12 gold vessels. Maybe this is where this is unpacked and makes more sense. Um, okay. Each plate weighed 3¼ pounds, and each bowl 1¾ pounds. All the plates and the bowls together weighed about 60 pounds, using the official sanctuary weight. The 12 gold vessels filled with incense weighed 4 ounces each, using the official sanctuary weights. Altogether, the gold vessels weighed about 3 pounds. The sum total of animals used for the whole burnt offering together was the grain offering was 12 bulls, 12 rams, 12 yearling lambs. For the absolution offering were 12 he goats. The sum of the total of animals used for the sacrifice of the peace offerings were 24 bulls, 60 rams, 60 he goats, 60 yearling lambs. These were the offerings for the dedication of the altar after it was anointed. When Moses entered the tent of the meeting to speak to God, he heard the voice speaking to him from between the two angel cherubim above the atonement cover of the chest of the testament. He spoke with him. I'm hoping this is where it gets really good in the next couple of days, where God actually starts speaking to. And I realize that the 12 tribes, the 12 plates, the bowls, the vessels, the bulls, the rams, he's. I get it, but that's one of the questions, I guess, when I get to heaven. I want to say, what was the story behind this? And maybe that's a chat GPT or a Gemini or whatever that is. I can Google it or something and try to figure something out. So what I have here is the numbers 6:1 through 7:89. The breakdown says the section begins with the Nazarite vow, a special commitment where someone voluntarily sets themselves apart to God by avoiding wine, not cutting their hair, and avoiding contact with the dead. It represents intentional holiness and dedication. I guess kind of like fasting too. Then comes the famous Aaronic blessing. The Lord bless you and keep you, a reminder that God's favor, protection, and peace comes from him. Y'all really need to look that song up. God bless you and keep you. I want to say her name is Tiffany Hudson. Chapter 7 records the leaders of the 12 tribes bringing offerings to dedicate the tabernacle. Each tribe gives the same gift, showing unity, obedience, and honor towards God. Okay, makes a little more sense. Not being hard on God or the 12 tribes. I'm just trying to figure it all out. When people dedicate themselves to God and give him honor, his presence meets them. Mark 12:38 through 13:13. He, Jesus, continued teaching. Watch out for the religion scholars. They love to walk around in academic gowns, preening into the radiance of the public. Flattery, basking in the prominent positions, sitting at the head of the table at every church function. And all the time they're exploiting the weak and helpless. The longer their prayers, the worse they get, but they'll pay for it in the end. Sitting across from the offering box, he was observing how the crowd tossed money in for the collection. Many of the rich were making large contributions. One poor widow came up and put in 2 small coins, a measly 2 cents. Jesus called his disciples over and said, "The truth is that this poor widow gave more to the collection than all the others put together. All the others gave they'll never miss. She gave extravagantly what she couldn't afford. She gave her all." Now I do know that story, and that's a good story. As he walked away from the temple, one of the disciples says, "Teacher, look at the stonework. Those buildings." Jesus said, "They're impressive by the grandiose. You are impressed by this grandiose architecture. There's not a stone in the whole works that is not going to end up in a heap of rubble." Later, as he was still sitting on Mount Olives in full view of the temple, Peter, James, and John and Andrew got him off by himself and asked, "Tell us when it's is this going to happen? What sign will what sign will we get that these things are coming to a head?" Jesus began, "Watch out for doomsday deceivers. Many leaders are going to show up with forged identities claiming I'm the one. They will deceive a lot of people. When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, keep your head and don't panic. This is routine history and no sign of the end. Nation will fight nation and ruler will fight ruler over and over. Earthquakes will occur in various places. There will be famines, but these things are nothing compared to what's coming. And watch out, they're going to drag you into court. And then it will go from bad to worse. Dog eat dog, everyone at your throat because you carry my name. You're placed there to as sentinels to truth. The message has to be preached all across the world. They bring you when they bring you betrayed into court, don't worry about what you'll say. When the time comes, say what's on your heart. The Holy Spirit will make his witness in and through you. It's going to be brother killing brother, father killing child, children killing parents. There's no telling who will hate you because of me. Stay with it. That's what is required. Stay with it till the end. You won't be sorry. You'll be saved. Okay. The breakdown of Mark 12:38 through 13:13, Jesus warns about the scribes, religious leaders who loved status and public praise but exploited people. He contrasts them with the widow who gave two small coins. She gave more than the rich because she gave all she had. God measures sacrifice, not size. That I agree with. Then Jesus predicts the destruction of the temple and warns about coming deception, persecution, and turmoil. Followers of Christ will face hardship, but he tells them not to panic and stay faithful. I'm not going to say that's hard. It's not one of the easiest things to do when you're being accused of things, or you will face hardship, but don't panic and stay faithful. And that's all you can do is just be faithful. God's got this. True faith, the key idea says true faith is humble and sacrificial, and believers must stay steadfast even when the world shakes. Psalms 49 1 through 20. A Psalms of the sons of Korah. Listen, everyone, listen. Earth dwellers, don't miss this. All you haves and have nots, all together now. I set plain spoken wisdom before you, my heart seasoned understandings of life. I fine tune my ear to the sayings of the wise. I solve life's riddles with the help of a harp. Why should I fear in bad times, hemmed in the enemy malice, shoved around by bullies, deemed by the arrogant rich? Really, there's no such thing as self rescue. Pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, the cost of rescue is beyond our means, and even then, it doesn't guarantee life forever or insurance against the black hole. Anyone can see that the brightest and best die, wiped out right along with the fools and idiots. They leave all the prowess behind, move into their new home, the coffin, the cemetery, their permanent address, and countless to think they named counties after them. We aren't immortal. We don't last long. Like our dogs, we age and weaken and die. This is what happens to those who live for the moment, who only look out for themselves. Death herds them like sheep straight to hell. They disappear down the gullet of the grave. They waste away to nothing. Nothing left but a market in the cemetery. But me, God snatches me from the clutch of death. He reaches down and grabs me. So don't be impressed with those who get rich. They pile up fame and fortune. They can't take it with them. Fame and fortune all get left behind. Just when they think they've arrived, the folks praise them because they've made good. Then enter the family burial plot, where they'll never see sunshine again. We aren't immortal. We don't last long. Like our dogs, we age and weaken and die. Breakdown of Psalms 49 1 through 20 says, the Psalms teaches a powerful truth. Wealth cannot save a soul. No amount of money can redeem someone from death or by eternal life. Rich people may appear powerful, but they leave everything behind when they die, just like everyone else. The psalmist's hope is different. God will redeem the righteous from the grave. The key idea says money may be comfort in life, but only secures eternity. Proverbs 10:27-28. The fear of God expands your life. A wicked life is a puny life. The aspirations of good people end in celebration. The ambitions of bad people crash. The breakdown says two simple wisdom statements. Fear of the Lord prolongs life, but wicked living shortens it. The righteous live with hope and joy, while while the wicked ultimately lose what they expect. The key idea says reverence for God produces lasting hope and stability. The big picture says dedicate yourself to God, and it says quote Numbers. Give with sincerity and stay faithful during trials. In Mark. Don't trust in wealth. Psalms. And live with reverence to the Lord. Proverbs. That path leads to God's blessings, hope, and eternal security. All right, guys, that's what I got for you tonight. Um, Josh, what time zone are you in, by the way? I'm in Eastern Standard Time, so I mean, if it's late for you, I apologize. Um, I appreciate your loyalty and appreciate you jumping in, guys. I want to tell you that I love you, and you have a better than good evening, and we will see you tomorrow. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.